Yeah. One man show, yeah. So please bear with me. Anyone who don't have any parcel that you don't know, you can scan this. This is actually a website for you to plot your chart so that you know what I'm talking about later on. So you can scan this, you go into a website, and then you can plot your birth dates, and then you get your chart based on that. Right? I think some of you guys have pretty new here. Yeah. So for those you don't know who I am, I need to do some introductions. People call me the unconventional master. So I do unconventional things. So I don't follow traditional way of reading. So I follow a little bit more into modern way of practice rather than is the traditional way. So if you're telling me that this year you're going to read a lot of things from online, from sharing from other master, that they will basically tell you that, okay, you got a bad things this year, I'm going to tell you it's different. So for me, my practice is I like those practice that is useful and practical. And I always go into people chart. I don't like to study people bad luck. I like to study people's how they change their life with the chart they have. So people call me the unconventional one, and a lot of people actually doesn't like my practice. Just to share with you guys, right? So I'm going to share with that because you might get something that is you might not listen to before, because it's basically it's all my own styles, and I like it a lot. Um, Recently I did some case studies of Hans Zimmer. Do you guys know who is Hans Zimmer? Don't know. Whatever the background music that you guys listen to, the movie from Interstellar, from Pirates of Caribbean, if you guys got go into the new movie of Formula One, all the background music that turns your emotions to follow the flow of that particular movie is being created by a person named Hans Zimmer. So there is this what is the name? Spielberg. Steven Spielberg, the one who created the Universal Studio, the one who changed the entire things of movie, how movie was run. That is the one who played the movie, and this guy is the one to play the music for the movie that play the emotions, right? So recently I found that he has this self-punishment. It's called a self-punishment movie, The Sound. It means that when you listen to the sound, you will follow the emotions of this. He created that is because it's so good, and almost any movie that has his what we call the music score of this person actually will have a nice Oscar award or nominations just because of the music plays. Yeah, so Hans Zimmer is used what I call self-punishment music. Means that when you listen to music, the music supposed to brings emotions. Okay, so that's why I'm just do a brief introduction. I'm not the normal practice, so I'm going to tell you different things in here so that you can actually use it for your day-to-day life. In the end, all metaphysics supposed to be practical. If it's not practical and it is inconvenience to use, that means it's not useful. Okay, so just to let everybody know, when it was inconvenient, it's very hard to use as things here. Sorry. Yeah, let me. Yeah, when it's inconvenient to use, it's not a good tools. So you cannot have a tools that always tells you that your life is bad. Almost all metaphysics are like that. So 80% of metaphysics or 90% of metaphysics is talking all about disaster. So it cannot be always disaster, right? So what is it, the change of this is we as the person actually, we as a human, have the will to do something with our own life. So people always say Tin Dei Yan, right? Tin Dei Yan is what? The first one is destiny, second one is feng shui, the third one is actually the time, means current life, current event. right? So people always say the first one, destiny, is always about 八字, right? But for me, I got a different perspective of this. The first one is the will of the person willing to live or not willing to live. Yeah, okay. That's why I say that is a very important part. So I also like to all these philosophical things. Yeah. There's one word that I recently actually come up with from Lao Tzu. Lao Tzu got a very special things. He said that whatever that you can comprehend, whatever that you can understand, the path will show. So if in life you don't understand something, nothing will come out. So the more that you understand something, the wisdom that you have, the more that you can learn about something, learn about the suffering and pain of the chart, actually can flip around to become a pain from others. It doesn't have to come from you. Yeah. So a lot of all these successful people, like let's just say most of the people who change the world have bad chart. Not the chart that you guys think of, like, oh, full combo, very nice chart. Actually, it's no. From the olden days until now, even the Emperor Qianlong is what we call bad chart. Yeah, Emperor Qianlong is one of the mythical emperor in our all this time. Yeah, he is the one that have a lot of all these metaphysical tools, feng shui, and he is a crazy person. But he got a very bad chart. He got what we call different cardinal chart. Right? So if you learn Bazi, you will know that they all clash each other's. It's like this year, the horse year, right? So you go for this temple for praying for Tai Sui, right? They will tell you if you got rat, if you got rabbit, if you got horse, you basically need to go and pray for a Tai Sui. Correct? Yeah. So Emperor Qianlong got 4 of this in the chart, included the rooster. Yeah. But of course, we Chinese, we like to, we like to talk about all these special stories. So these 4 become special structures. Okay, it becomes special structures. So a lot of things, when you learn metaphysics, you must learn the wisdom of it, not because it say your chart is bad. Right? How many of you have rat in the chart? You guys do the plotter, right? You guys have a rat in the chart? Oh, so lucky today no rat, so no need to talk about that. So this is basically the 12 animal sign. So if you got the rat is in the bottom part, right? So the horse is actually a direct line at the top. Right. So when we learn metaphysics, this is what we call the original palace of all. And we actually use this as a things. So a lot of you guys who learn metaphysics or you are pretty new with this, you might not, this is too traditional. Okay. But they got very special philosophical meaning behind of it. Yeah. All of these sectors represent season. Like let us say this is a horse here. We are actually in a cardinal of horse, right? So horse is what we call the peak of the season. Peak of the season means if fire, right now you see a fire, you go into a wildfire. If it's a peak, means that the fire is super strong. It's gonna keep on burning. So it then reflect on our life. So if we have horse in our chart, we will also become like that. So whenever you see people have horse their chart, any of the pillar, basically they will be more rushing. They like to do things fast. They don't second thoughts. They don't do analytical things. Right? So this is the part that Chinese metaphysics they put in. The person who created this, it's basically we don't know. We don't know the actual person created the school. Right? But the person who is very good with this because he had to do a lot of human analysis based on human behavior, based on how they actually comes out to be, and then how they actually analyze it. But I can tell you, yeah, so based on my way of learning, I can tell you that we don't care about the 3 pillar. We only care about the year pillar. Yeah, beginning of their learning, they only use year pillar. Only current time, we actually go into more details. Last time, they don't do it. Yeah, you got no time, you know. When you want to do this, how to observe this? You guys know how people observe this last time? They sit on the house, nighttime got nothing to do, and then they keep on looking into the stars. That is what they do. They got seriously, it's like just this the what we call, it's like currently we have social medias, we have a phone. Every day we look into the phone. For them is they sit down in the house and look into the stars because there's nothing else to do. Right. So I always tell people that if you learn metaphysics, you need to know that this is the part that actually all master before who created the tools, they use a lot of observations. All this is nature. Right? So when we talk about just now the fire, actually this belongs summer season, which is always the fire happen, arson happen, right? We actually do predictions at that way, right? So then we get the Chinese New Year, the beginning of spring, which is the tiger and rabbit and dragon. We actually go into that sense. So the whole system has been observed by traditional master, right? Then they come out with different school. Because this school relate to one single planet only. These are observations of the Jupiter stars. Or in Western astrology, we call it the wood stars that actually is is circulating in our Earth, right? That actually created this particular school. That's why I got 12 months, because the Jupiter star we're gonna be turning around in 12 different area in 1 month or in 12 years, and then go into 60 years. So they got different matching that actually appear on top of the sky to go into that particular flow. Now, traditional master will tell you our destiny are affected by the stars. Okay? But for us currently, we're just learning about the things here. And you can take that as well. This chair here. Yeah. Yeah. If anyone wants here also, you can take this as well. Yes. Yeah. Right. So study of nature. This is the school, basically the beginning of the all metaphysics. This is the school of beginning all metaphysics. Because this is the starting point. This is the calculator, this is the calendar. That's all the starting point. So when you learn metaphysics, this is it. Right? After that, it's like this, yeah. We human, we like to exaggerate things. Then we come to a point, we use the moon as the calendar. Right? So if you learn metaphysics, moon will then become what we call the psychic power, all the magical practice. So if you learn this, you don't need to worry too much on this part. This is not going to be a dangerous thing. But when you learn the moon part, that will be what we call the magic and all this magical practice. So if you learn a lot of things, you will realize that from different Western astrologies, Maya versions, a lot of different metaphysics, those who have magical practice basically follow the moon. So we Chinese got this, what I call solar calendar, which follow the sun. And then we have a flip side of it. There is a moon calculations. Yeah. So we Chinese are like that. We got a yin and yang method. We always talk about the yin and yang usage of it. Okay. Yeah. But today, I know you guys are not coming here for this. Yeah. So I'm just giving you guys a brief introductions. Okay. So I saw the survey, actually the Google form I put up. I think a lot of you guys want for career progressions. Currently, all master, no matter who master is, we are always talking about business. They're always talking about business because business is the what we call the way of earning money, right? So a lot of times we actually talk a lot about business rather than career luck. So today, I think everyone gonna listen to this because you're gonna listen to a lot of sharing from master. So I'm just giving you this auxiliary star usage. And then I give you the month where these stars, or what we call the energy, gonna be utilized. Okay, yeah. So if you guys just here, how many of you don't have a parter chart? Don't have, have you plot your birthday? No. Because if you haven't, then please scan and plot your chart first. If not, you will not understand what I'm trying to say. Okay, yeah. Please plot your chart first. Yeah. Sorry. So let's check a little bit of things. Okay. Let us send parter plotter QR code. Okay, just to tell you guys, I don't know Chinese because I want to make the person in the Google. You find it very funny that somebody who learned this have no ideas of Chinese. Okay, but if you follow me for quite some time, you then realize that the way that I interpret Chinese is a very different way to interpret Chinese. So some of my class, I use a Chinese words, separate the words to tell you why we Chinese created that word. A lot of the words that we have right now in Chinese is actually related to different analogy, different method, and also there's an actions base go into a Chinese word. So the new word, simplified word, is not really nice. Traditional word is very nice. So they are like a talisman by its own. Yeah, they're like a talisman by its own. Just the Tao, the word of the Tao, it already tells you you have to be self. You need to break yourself to gain understanding of the world. And then you need to take actions according to what you understand. That is called the Tao. It's called your way, your path. That's why just one Tao word can represent a lot of things. Okay. So before I go to this, I think I should give you guys what do you guys actually have with your chart so that you understand what I'm trying to talk about. Okay. Yeah, so this is basically your chart that you get, right? So the top is the animal sign that you have. So some of you guys who are new, this is this part is your what we call your destiny chart, your destiny code, right? This is what we call the 10 years pillar, the 10 years big mark, and then this is the year energies. Okay, this one is achievement. Most likely I like to use this a lot nowadays. It represents decisions making, not this year. This one represents your accumulations, your ownership. Just have to warn you guys again, the way that I look into metaphysics is different. Okay, this is your ownership. Every year you will get something will be taken away. Some days it will actually be accumulate. You will create new things. You will have new ownership. This part is decision making, where your decisions can clouded you to make wrong decisions, or your emotions take over, and then you cannot do anything after that. So a lot of times it's not our chart is a problem, it's our decisions making is a problem. And this part is upgradable. Upgradable means that it can evolve by itself because your subconscious is based on your experience of life. If you make better choice, your experience will be better, and then the path that you see will be higher. Okay, and then the bottom part will be the next 12-month luck for everyone. Okay, so most of the time people like to look into every year what actually I can have or get. So if you look into the bottom part, if you see any of this direct wealth, that will be the month you get something from it. Okay, I know it's very hard to see at the bottom part. Okay, so you see a direct wealth, indirect wealth, that is probably the time you buy something, you own something, you sell something. Probably is a month for that. Normally people like this. Yeah, luck calculations. Okay, normally. So if you got any DO and 7K, the word DO and 7K, later I will also talk about this a little bit more. That is a month where you get your career luck. Okay, your career luck, your titles, your authorities coming from there, right? If you get this DR and IR, most likely you get certified on something. You've been recognized as the, how to say, being recognized of your knowledge, achievements, certified by somebody, renowned by someone, is IR and DR. Okay, why am I telling you that? Normally, this is what we call luck. If your chart lack of one of these elements, you can do what we call in traditional way as magical practice. Right? So if you guys learn Pata, you will know the Yusu God example. Your Yusu God is 7K and DO. Get yourself a title. Okay, get yourself a title. So what kind of title? Professor, community leader, right? If you go into your current company, some people reject luck, yeah. So if you got too much of this in the chart, 7K and DO, you don't like it because your energy turnover, flip over, become negative. Someone don't like it. So I actually have consult is like that. You got so many 7K DO, but when you talk to the person say, I don't want raise, I don't want promotions, I don't want responsible. And then the person will always in that stage. So opportunity keep on coming in, keep on giving you opportunities, but you reject. The more you reject, the more bad luck you will become. Okay, so your chart have nothing to do with clash and combine at first. Your chart got its own specialties. Yeah, so if you, this is some sort like a Yusu God, means it balance your chart. You can use it, you can buy it, right? There's actually a buying, yeah. So in Malaysia, we have that kind of sort of things. You can buy certain titles, you can have certain title, right? I think somebody know what I'm saying. Okay, so in the, how to say, in wealth, DW and IW, the more you own something, your luck be better. What is that supposed to mean? Copyright, trademarks, patents. Okay, patenting stuff, yeah. If you don't do that, it's a luck changing. What I'm telling you right now is what we call luck changing shortcut. Yeah? So it's actually going to that. So if you own things, you buy things, these things belong to you, nobody can have it, you monopoly market, you become super rich. Means that you create something and this thing belong to you, it will bring your luck up. So there was this kind of things in metaphysics. Yeah, it's one of the way. Yeah. So if your chart, your Yusu God is to balance your chart, but if you have abundance of it, you don't reject. The moment you reject, you are having no luck. Okay. I just treat it like this. Treat it like this. That is what we call your chart have a significant magnetic pull. But when you reject the pull, then your life can no longer receive anything. Okay, that's how the analogy should be. Okay, so understand this part. I probably will just talk about this so that you can actually use this in your life. Is better in here. So this one is the auxiliary star that every year talk about. I know it's all English, yeah. I know it's all English. Yeah. So later I'm talk about it. You guys probably have a chance to know that, okay, this is how you actually can use for your current years. This year, this is year energies. Okay. Yeah. So everything in your chart. Right. So I'm only going to talk about the good things. The bad things, if you are interested to understand why the bad thing happened, you can somehow later you can ask me how to use the bad things, because it might be happening to your life. Or in some days, you realize that somebody talk about the things and you're not satisfied with it. You can also come and find me. I give you an unconventional method because I like to flip around. Okay. And I like to, I call myself chaos user. I like to use chaotic things. I don't like to use smooth sailing stuff. Right? So some of you guys who follow me, I tell you 5 yellow is good to use. Don't afraid of 5 yellow. The greatest luck in life, in energies, is not smooth. It's always a shoot. To have a shoot, to have a abrupt growth, the bad things need to be utilized. So a lot of bad things was being utilized. High level master, you go Singapore, you go walk around, yeah? Like let's just say Orchard Road. How many feng shui activations you see? How many feng shui activations you see? How many of it that fail that doesn't have a feng shui activations? That road was not supposed to have energies. It was being dragged in. So some people actually use the Sachi. Some people actually use the good one. But Sachi is better. Fast, consistent. Smooth one can be cut off. Okay, so I'm just telling you that it's actually the bad one is actually good to use, not the good one. Even in chart right nowadays, yeah. I know a lot of us like to have a good birthday chart for our kids. Good chart is not really a good chart. Combination chart means that the life of the person is so good until a point that the person become lazy, become entitled. Yeah, that's why more olden days, the one that is successful are the one that have a lot of problem. Nowadays, people who are telling you things like selling stories and everything, because they got bad chart, they experience bad things. That's why they overcome the situations. And that is the reason they can tell you what is your pain actually is. Right? That's why I say currently when I started to learn this, I realized that combo is not good. And a lot of times you meet people with combo chart is pretty stubborn, very rigid, extremely rigid. Right? Recently I got one most of the time I see that it's gonna have a problem. So I got my own thing. Sometimes when I give a parcel reading for somebody, I was like, this is gonna be a difficult things to talk about. Yeah. Now let's start with this. I want you guys to take note of this later on. One of the best usage in parcel is to understand people around you, not you yourself. Okay. Yes. Sorry. Yeah, can take picture. No worry. Yeah, you can take picture. No worry. Yeah. Actually, you don't need to take picture of this. This one not important. Because you will get this all around. Like let's just say right now you go to Fortune Center. You just walk there. You're actually there already. So you just walk around. You go to Guan Yin Temple, right? It's quite famous. Right? You just go there, Fortune Center, and then there's a Fok Lok Sao. Yeah, they're gonna put the banners everywhere. So you're actually very easy to see it from there. Right? Now, so you look into your chart. If you got tiger in your chart, this is what gonna have or to use this year, right? Because you're talking about career. So I'm only gonna focus career because on the research that you guys give me, right? On the research that you guys actually give me, I focus on career. Heavenly horse means travel. Actually, this year, the tiger and also the monkey have what we call traveling stars. So if your boss, let's just say this year asks you to go travel, to go overseas, to learn something, from one company go to another company, means in Singapore, you got one company in the west and the other company in the east. Your boss asks you to go, do it more often, right? Because that is the way for you to do it. So if you can do transportations, it's good. Your boss is telling you to do something with that. If your boss not telling you, you can initiate this yourself, right? To use the energies in your career. So that movement can bring you maybe career luck. It can bring you promotions. It can bring recognitions from your boss, right? A lot of times, like I say, every year energy come to you, you reject, you never use the energies. Okay, yeah. So a lot of you guys, whatever that I say right now is gonna happen with your life, yeah. This is how we do predictions. Okay, yeah. So if your horse, you got heavenly horse, you use that, right? Study hall actually means research. Research on something, right? So in your career, there must be certain product of your company require an improvement or innovations. So if you're thinking that is a good thing to go and for it, you should inform your boss that you tell your boss that, okay, I got something that is going to improve the products, going to improve your service, going to improve your system. If you don't have that particular subject or products or system, please go and learn it this year because it also means learning stars. Yeah, so for career-wise, you actually can do that. Yeah, so that your study horse is actually for that part. Okay, yeah. Then we go to rabbit. This year, most likely a lot of master will say that rabbit is top one and rooster is also top one because of all the bunch of good stars actually appear, right? Yeah, anytime you saw a virtual or in Chinese every time you saw that, somehow you got problem-solving solutions. Okay, you got problem-solving skill, you got problem-solving solutions for your company, for your boss, right? So in this year, you have rabbit, your money come from solving the problem in the company. Yeah, so if you got this, most of the time, what you need to do is, if you're okay with big issues, target the big issues and solve it. Your boss gonna love you for that. Okay, if you can, right? Of course, these two have a different meaning. Fortune virtues actually means money issues with the company, income issues with the company, profit, right? So you go and find what is a problem in your company and you approach your boss and give the solutions. Yeah, in career-wise, yeah. So heavily virtual most likely relate to disaster in a company. A big disaster happening means that your company is going through some downfall, right? And then you want to do something with the company is called the heavily virtual. Yeah, in a company, yeah. These two is gonna make you the recognitions in the company. Okay, yeah. I didn't talk about this in the class in the 2 days because it's a different way, right? So then the Jade Hall is actually also represent money, right? So another things you can do is this is what we call the sky happiness and peach blossom. I know a lot of you guys will look into the peach blossom and you think it's a bad thing, right? For me, I can tell you that if this is your the things happen, you have this rabbit, peach blossom can use to connect with another important person for the company, right? So if you got this, you also can approach for network, you can approach for people as well, right? So I know some of you guys are not really into working for others, yeah. So you got this as well as you are actually doing things on your own, you're self-employed. Probably you are property agents or you're actually a finance advisor, correct? So if you got this is a time to look into your customer, you use it on your customer. You don't use it on your boss, right? So the boss is a customer. You use it for your customer. So any fortune virtue means that they got any money issue, think about that. Of course, no matter how you're gonna practice or use metaphysics, remember it always need to benefit you, not helping anyone around you. You need to be doing that, right? Okay, doing that means that you need to find a person that have a return of investment. You don't go for anybody. Yeah, if not, this year you're gonna be very busy. Everyone gonna ask you for lending money. Because you got fortune virtues, everybody gonna ask you for lending money. give me, borrow some money, I got some issues like that, right? So if you got rabbit, be careful with this, right? So the peach blossom is a very good thing for agents. So if it happened on your year pillar, please do social media. If it happened on your day pillar, also do social media. Because these two pillars, the year represent external, represent strangers, easily to attract strangers, right? So if you're on your year, on your day, it represents your personal identity. Yeah, your fame, yeah. I know some will say that your day pillar represents spouse. I know that. They actually represent the spouse. But for me, I'm telling you that actually, my perspective, nothing in your chart is related to others. Your chart is always you yourself. Okay, it's always you yourself. So your year pillar represents how you present, how people like you. The day pillar, how you actually make over or change your identity, change your look, your face to actually attract. Right? The day pillar is personal branding. The year pillar is talking to others. Right? So if it happen you got the rabbit in the year, go and attract new clients, go and help the company with new clients, become the front face of the company. You can basically do that. Yeah. Now, then you got a dragon. So dragon, it also got this relief god, sky relief. Okay. So this is also another problem solving stars. It is not as dominant as the virtual. This is every year we also activate this one. In house feng shui, we also activate this because it represents problem solving for the rabbit. But dragon is a different path. Okay. Dragon means this relief god and sky relief means that there is something that you can help the company to let go. Okay. To relieve some burdens, right? How to use this in a company? If your company are overburdened with works, with projects, then it's time to think, is there any others people that you can make contract with to take the weight of the burden and release your company pressure, and then the company can move forward to become a better directions. Yeah. Example, recently I got one consult. The person come to me and ask me that my company right now not willing to do manufacturing, but the company already stagnant. Right? Stagnant being suppressed by manufacturer. Company have money, company have capital. Why not push up? Because you got relief god and sky relief is actually represent that. Right? Why I'm telling you that? Because it's also about this exit. It means that it's time to go up. It's an authority stance. Right? So if you are working for others, then this is going to be a good, for your company. You go and tell your company, or you try to approach your boss and tell that maybe it's time. Right? Of course, you need to do proposal. Right? You need to come up with the things, the way of the company need to be done. Right? What is the good approach? You need to prepare that, and that's going to get a recognition from your company. And this is also a promotion stance. Okay? Exit is related to promotion stance. Okay? Yeah. So if you're thinking about that, it's like that. If this is for you are, let's just say, real estate and finance advisor, it's time to most likely help your clients to sell their things, release their insurance, maybe their claim, they need certain claims, right? Approach in that part. Yeah, help people in claims, yeah. Help people in solving their problem of their house as well, if you are doing that particular directions. Yeah, because I know a lot of finance advisor and real estate actually like metaphysics a lot. Okay, these two most likely I met with a lot, yeah. Okay, yeah. So okay, yeah. Then you got snake. So last year your snake supposed to be the Grand Duke. This year gonna change. So now you got this thriving stars. Now, a lot of times, this is the weird things. A lot of times after you become a Grand Duke, Like last year, you are the Grand Duke, means that you are the big person of the year, right? After a year, suppose you are actually going down. Supposed to be like that. So last year is either you got a lot of problem or you got a lot of opportunities. Then you move to this year. And then you got the thriving stars, the heavenly chef, and heavenly officer, right? So when I say you got a lot of problem means that you go through a lot. And you have to help a lot of people. And then in the end, you will basically fall into the heavenly officer, the Ting Gun, right? This whole year, you are the rules maker. Set rules, set system for the company, right? So you have to set all the things to push the company to next steps. Yeah, because you got the rules and the regulations within you. Yeah, so you got a snake, you got this heavenly officer, is actually good in that part. Yeah, so in your company, do you have system or rules or not? Is there something that you need to how to say, because of your own experience, right now, is it the time to set things right? Right? So if you are like lower ranking in a company, your employers in the lower ranking in a company, rules is something that is very important for you to follow for the whole years. Right? Follow the rules. What does that mean? Means that whatever your boss gives to you, you listen. You don't fight against the boss. Yeah, if you're lower ranking, yeah. Okay, because when you just join in a company, you need one person to recognize you. You have to follow whatever this person is telling you. That is called heavenly officer. It represents that if you are not the one who set the rules, someone will give you a system, and you thrive because of system. Okay, now in doing business is a different way to look at it. Doing business means that you need to make friends with officer. You need to understand what government is doing because they are the rules and system. Okay, yeah. Now, then you got this horse. So this is called General Star and Golden Lock. The thing is, every year we don't like the Grand Duke. The meaning of Grand Duke is you are very busy. There's a lot of interactions going to happen to you. All the things that people talk about is going to happen to you. It means that you've got harm, got combo, got tree harmony, you know, all these combinations going to happen to you. You will get into a very busy state. Right? Busy state, yeah? So you're going to busy, then you need to know how to utilize it. General star for you basically means become a general. Take leadership. Right? If a company doing a project, should you take it or not? Take it first. Don't think. Yeah, because a general star, you're gonna be busy. You don't care. You focus on one point and be busy with it. Yeah, because you're a Grand Duke. Yeah, so this golden lock indicates that you're gonna find what we call the gold pot from this year. So if you did it well, means that the project that comes to you, you did it well, it will open a very big path for you in the future. Okay, so every year is going to be that. Yeah, so of course, every year this thing is going to come out. So whatever that I tell you, you can actually use it again and again. Yeah, next year is going to change to another different animal sign. Yeah, now this is called the goat. This is the Grand Duke combo. Grand Duke combo means actually this and the horse is a partner. One guy create the projects, the other guy lean on it to get the projects. Right? So this is always a supporter of the years. Right? And it actually become the what we call, because it's got Prometheus saddles and golden carriage, yeah. Prometheus saddles and golden carriage. Most likely, I teach you unconventional way of usage, yeah, because career. Most likely, if a company is doing something, going a project is running, be the second one to assist. Yeah. Assist means that you might get a chance to get more merit than this guy. Okay, you get more merit than the horse. This means that your boss recognize you more if you do it well, the supporting roles. But if you reject it, yeah, so you don't get it, right? So promal saddles means that the horse is already moving. The saddles is the things that you put on the top of the horse, and you're riding the saddles, right? So you ride the trend. Another word for that, it means riding the trend. If you're doing business, of course, I'm going to tell you that if any trend already exists now, you should take a look of whatever trend and take a good look of it and how that you want to ride on it. Yeah, this is a business term. Yeah, so if you're doing, let's just say insurance, finance advisor, and also the real estate, you need to know what market is a good market. Currently, you need to know. Suppose these things, whatever happened to you, you guys should already feel it. Yeah, before moving next year. Yeah? So whatever happened to you in these two, from winter solstice on, yeah, bad thing, good thing, you actually need to record down because it represents the whole next year. It will not stop. So this is how I do it. Yeah. So you see, there's a lot of disaster, right? There's a lot of killings actually happening that will represent the whole year. That means this thing gonna repeat. Okay. So I also give advice not to stay in a crowded place. Like this kind of event, it's better to choose where is the exit, near the exit is, and sit on the exit area. Okay, I'm just giving you that kind of sense, yeah, because it's actually a way, you don't know who snapped. The thing is like that. Okay, yeah. So remember, promal saddle, riding on trend, right? If your company have certain trend, some company have culture change, boss change, culture change. It means also follow the change. Okay, if your company got one bigger person coming in, one bigger boss, the boss is more powerful, follow the boss. Okay.
No.
Remember, yeah. So let me do something because I realized something. Yeah. Okay with this? Right. Now, then you got monkey. This one is I just now saying this, the monkey actually the same with the tiger. Okay. It's either sky horse or intelligent stars. Same situations. Okay. Never know to talk so much because it's the same. The intelligent is a study hall. It's also about research about a company. The difference is the study hall means that you research a product. Intelligent stars means you learn a very important system for the company. System, knowledge, right? Documentations, policy of the company. Okay. The monkey actually represent that, the intelligent star represent that. Yeah. You will get a rooster. Now, this is also another top one, right? Okay, this is another top one. So next year, the luck of this rooster luck, you see you got moon, you got rest god, you got red matchmaker, you got bright horse is another meaning. Everything here is talking about the relationship with a female. Right? So if you're doing things in your company, you're working for others, female colleague, very important. Yeah, female boss, very important. Female client, also very important. If your company don't have any female, I don't know that's gonna happen or not, right? So then what you're gonna do? Look into feminine side of working directions. Means that try to do one-to-one, don't do one-to-many. One-to-one means that if you've got any problem, is I and you gonna solve this. Right? Yeah. If your colleague got problem, talk one-to-one, not a public talk. You cannot condemn a person at the front. Yeah. So who you gonna search for help for? Female. What kind of clients you need to go for? Female as well. Right? Most of the time are like that. Yeah. Of course, this red matchmaker represent peach blossom. It's another peach blossom stars. Red matchmaker actually got joint venture related component. Right? So if you're in a company, Your boss thinking to merge company, you support them. You yourself got another project, one leader and another leader. Both of you guys are doing the same thing. Suggest joint venture. Okay, you can actually do that with them, yeah. So you got Heaven Nobleman and Sky Gracious Bright Hall. Another way of usage is this. If company are clouded, company doesn't know where it need to go into, no directions. So with Bright Hall and Sky Gracious, it actually indicates that you need to set a bright future, right? A bright things means everything need to be clear in some sense, right? If the company doesn't willing to look into this matter, you have to take a good look on these matters, make it as clear as possible for everyone to have it, right? If you got this, you can also do another things, which is this is the whole year for you to think about what your future actually is. Because once that you get a Bright Hall and Sky Gracious, is a year that you will see things much more clearer. Clarities is actually that. Yeah. So if you are clear, you're working in a company, the boss see you, the boss will be, how to say, feel secure with whatever that you're doing. Right? If you're not clear, you're also clouded, then what's going to happen? Your boss will not be looking at you. Actually, whatever at the top is at the bottom. It's a yin and yang matching. So I just don't want to talk the bottom part. Right? Hook means, grappling hook means you are not willing to change. Right? Great assembly means that you follow others. When others doing things, you just follow. Piercing root means you are being entangled in some place that you're not willing to move forward. So there will be a problem with that. Okay? Yeah? And then you get a dog. Right? The dog is 3 stages. This is another one that relate to career. Right? So these 3 stages, these 3 stages is very good to follow trend as well. Okay? This is a career luck. Right? So if in sense of any situation in the company, you're supposed to join with the most top 3 most powerful person. Okay, this top 3, right? And then the bottom part, this is the good one, the elegant seal. Okay, this is one of the good one. This is the creativity, innovations, right? So in company, these 2 join together. It actually means follow the trend, learn about the trend, create a new products. Okay, so in your company, do you have power to do that? No, you can have that, but it doesn't mean that you can do that. Okay, so most likely this is very good for your bosses. Actually, is very good for career. You need to know that what company is doing and go together with a company to research. Not research, it's a creation part. It's just that whatever happened with the trend, you take it over. Right? I think this one you have to give you guys an example for that. Right? In life is like this, yeah. So let's just say my way of Chinese metaphysics practice. Okay, if you get this, you might become like me in some point where you learn different school of thoughts, philosophy you learn, energy healing you learn, traditional magic, traditional practice you learn, the magical part you learn, combine them together, which path you want to choose, right? All of them have logics and all of them have magics. What part you want to choose? And then from that path onward, you set the directions you want to go into. Yeah, if not, you're gonna be how to say here and there. Yeah, so which is why it represents you get all these litigations, year charm, flying stars. Be careful of copyright issues. Very simple, yeah. Be careful with copyright issues. This one, because all that are actually the legal things that's gonna happen to you. The dog. Right now, then you got the pig. I think this one, the most easiest thing is to find 5 prosperity, monthly virtual. Whenever you see a virtual is represent that. Okay, actually this word should change. The monthly virtual actually should change because it doesn't represent monthly, it represents moon virtual. Right? Moon virtual. This is what we call a lady type of solutions. Moon virtual means whatever the problem that you have in a company or you yourself, listen more to the opinions from a female ladies in a company because it's actually represent moon virtue. Yeah, a female ladies. The way to use this actually is to find opposite gender. Okay, in your company, if you want promotions, if you want anything from your promotions, right? It's best to find opposite gender. Okay, just some combinations happening with this year. Yeah, the best way is like that. Yeah. So when you find 5 prosperity means that is actually relate to 5 different ways of earning money. In metaphysics, different. It mentioned different things. So in metaphysics, we have north, south, east, west. We also have a center point, right? So if you guys go to some temple, you know who is Lo Choi San. You know like that? Gui Wen Chai. You know, the 5 numbers is actually the 5 directions, north, south, east, west, and center, right? So if you got this, that means there's a chance that you can find opportunity of money making in any way that you can actually go into. It actually means that. So if you want to utilize this in the best way, the best of the best way, focus on who can give you money first. Right? So if you are doing sales, if you are working for your company, right? What is the way that money or profit can come first? You can also do accounting for this, yeah? You can do admin for this as well. Your company should have one place to save money. Right? This is called 5 prosperity. Yeah? Phúc is actually represent that. Nah? Then you can go into the the red one. This is the one that everybody's scared of. The red. You got this month emptiness. Should not be named month, but I don't know why they put month. Okay. Imperial advisor and sky fortune. Right? If you want to use this, very easy. Just go into any place that have big problem. You're gonna go into that because your red gonna get clash. So if fall under your company, means that your positions, your entire department will have some sort of problem relate to you. You're gonna get into that issues. Right? So if you ask me to use it as a career luck, what you need to do? Go to the deepest part of the company problem and be in there and then try to do solutions for that. Right? So what we call is the world is fair because of all this problem that you have. You will get the advisor to come in, you will get the sky fortune to come in, you get the moon emptiness to come in, right? That we're gonna be solving your issues. So if you go into a bad situations, nobleman will appear, problem will get solved. So if you got red, you need to worry about you need to worry about things. You want to initiate the clash. You want to start the clash of the year, go to the deepest part of the problem and be there, and you suddenly got solutions come to you. And then you become a most valuable person in the company so that you don't need to go into like, I got clash, I need to hide myself. Please, yeah. Anyone who are listening, okay, you got red in your chart, don't hide yourself. I'm just giving you this point. Huh? If you hide yourself, metaphysics is like this. The moment you stay stagnant, the moment you are not doing anything that year, and you got a clash here, you're still gonna get clash away something. So if you hide, you're gonna get something lost. Okay, if you hide, you will get something lost. So don't hide. Try to go out more, especially the more that you go out, you meet with a lot of problem, right? As long as a problem is external, not internal. What is that supposed to mean internal? You lose your job, you lose your trust, you lose your career, right? But when you have something external to be clashed, this means that you go out with work, you go out with your whatever that you're doing, that particular path will go into problem. As long that got into problem is okay, not anything inside of you. Now I'm talking about health as well. Health will be like that. Yeah? So this year, you got this, even more you need to go out to do something with your health. Exercise, eating more, getting more treatments, right? You don't wait, yeah? The moment you wait, energy is like that. It clash, it will take away. Okay? Yeah? And then you got this ox. The ox. Yeah. This is one of the most nice things about ox. The dragon virtue. So every year we also activate this. Dragon means it means green dragon. So in our Chinese metaphysics, we like this green dragon the most. All metaphysics have green dragon. Green dragon is the most auspicious, most yang type of energies. So when you got this green dragon as virtue, that means that you have a crazy ability that in any situations, it's like somebody help you to solve. That's called dragon virtue. Yeah. So this means this one even if you go even more crazier things, if you can in a company, go to the most major, biggest masses of company issues. Because when you got this dragon virtue, you have ability to solve that. Yeah, biggest company issues. You look externally, what is the company have the biggest problem, and you go and perform that. And then you will unconsciously become the emperor stars. Yeah, if you cannot do that, what you need to do? National treasure means you got, because you got these two, this means right now you either have a product, a system, or a service that can help with that situations for a company. Yeah, if you don't have that this year, create it. Right? Look into the masses, the most masses things to solve. Because you got dragon virtue, it's a bit hard to use, yeah. I tell you like this, it's a bit hard to use. Yeah, but it's a good thing. Example, right now, we got all these mental issues. Mental is happening for period 9. Everybody got mental, depressed, and stuff like that. Is there a tools or system that can help them? You either create this product to sell, or you help the company to do it. Okay? Yeah, now that will be the 12th animal sign. Now, we need to talk about all these things, and we need to know which one that is beneficial to you to use it. Okay, we still need that, yeah? Now, so I'm going to give you this. Now, this one you have to take photo. Only this part. Oh, no, actually, the whole thing you need to take photo. Should I send this to you guys so that you need to take photos? Two rooster is more dominant. So a lot of you guys will be thinking that how to say, you got two rooster, it's easier for what I tell you to apply. But I give you a shortcut about this, yeah? It's like this. So when you got one animal sign, your most dominant thing happened in luck pillar. Luck pillar means in 10 years, it will tell the things. You got two animal sign, the most dominant things happen in every year. So 1 year you got problem, the other year you will still got another problem coming in. Right? If you got 3 animal sign, it's every month. You got 4, is every day. Okay, I tell you why, yeah, because all this is actually a multiplier. It is the same when it is the same when you try to look into the opposite side. So you got one animal sign. Let's just say today this year is horse year. So horse is gonna coming in, and then you got month of horse, you got day of horse. If your luck pillar got horse, you got 4 horse. This is how we predict people's go into issues, main issues. We will tell the person that be careful of the horse month. If you have rat, if you have ox, we will then tell you that to be careful with the horse month, because that is how the energy, like a laser, is shoot into the chart. So when you look into with the reversal of it, it's the same thing. So everything you're shooting, yeah, it's like that. Yeah. So I actually come across a lot of people. I tell them that you got this, yeah, every month got something. So if you can, some month you need to be very careful. If you're like me, no worry. Every month just execute. Right? You guys, I have.
Mr. One is 3, right?
Yes, that's why if you're gonna, the thing is, your life is like that, you will find it repeat. It will a very obvious a repeating pattern is actually there. Yeah, it's very obvious. If you got 2, it will be very obvious. Yeah, I got 2 rabbit. Yeah, if you guys look at me, right, I actually got 3 pillar clash. I got 3 pillar clash. Right? 3 pillar clash means what? It means that you are hardly will be able to find a chart like me, I think. Because you hardly will come across a chart like me, because I'm my chart is a bit not the normal chart. 3 pillar clash means I got this 1, 2, 3 pillar clash side by side. So in traditional method, it says it's the worst one. Short lived, cannot do all this, yeah. Cannot do all this. Yeah. So that's why I say people quite hate me, because I got 3 pillar clash. Right. Let me just go into the unconventional way, right? So we bypass that things first. Let's talk about this, yeah. If you got, let's just say you got red year, next year you got red in the year, forget about finding clients. Because your attractions, your interactions with external is 0. So a whole year you'll find that when you go out to meet with clients reject you. You don't need to do anything when I see face already, I don't want to talk. So my life is like that. My life is like that. So you got first experience with me that if I don't tell you who I am, you will get the first experience that this guy is bad. Right? But my way is, I realize that I like to do unconventional things. It is also because of 3 pillar clash. So if you have a clash in your chart, you normally cannot do anything following the trend. If you have a clash chart. Yeah, if you have combo chart, you will always follow the trend. Now, good habit, bad habit, you decide. It's not the chart, yeah? I'm just telling you, you decide. Can a combo become a problem? Yes. When you follow trend is how? When another person doing something, they are successful, you also want to become like them. So you might not have whatever that they have, but you don't want to follow. Then it's called a combinations. So it's a have good habit and bad habit. Yeah. So if your chart, if you know what is a clash, yeah, you don't know, it's very easy. Right now is all information's online. You can find online, but I think ChatGPT cannot tell you. Yeah, but actually I think ChatGPT can tell you as well. Yeah. So if you got how to know that you got 2 pillar clash or not, later you go back and then you search for it. If you got these 2 pillar clash, very hard to do business. Yeah, because nobody like you at the front face. Yeah, so like me, I don't like to do actually marketing, this type of things. It's naturally really not for me. Because like this year got horse year. Horse year is my nobleman year. I got no choice. I have to execute. I have to do it, yeah. Because nobleman is like that. So I don't know who is helping me. So right now got Peggy is helping. There is a nobleman that actually appear. Correct? Yeah. So it's like that. So I got no choice because three pillar clash are not supposed to do marketing. Facebook advertisement, nobody like you when you see your face, nobody like you. It's very hard to do business, right? Then how to use your chart? Use unconventional way. No? Have to flip it apart. But we human are like that.
中的生有序买
Yeah, I mean, I tell you is clash lah. If
生有序买
yeah, that one is easy.
Isn't the trick to buy bigger than cash?
No. Yeah, no. A lot because my way is different. Huh? You get combined, yes, but the clash will always happen if got clash. This one is not clash lah. I'm just giving you example. This one is not clash. Yeah. But if you look into your chart, you have to look at two animal sign. Yeah. A lot of people didn't know. When they come to me, they ask me that, oh, I want to do real estate. I want to do finance advisor. Right? And then I ask him, what is your approach? My approach is cold calling. My approach is going find new clients every day, talk with new people. Then I will tell the person, forget it. Your styles are never like that. Because when you do that, there's a first rejections. Energy already reject you. Right? Then how you need to do? Do the back end. Right? Do the back end means that you need to do a lot of things and allow people to know who you are first. And then you approach them. Right? I know a lot of you guys because some of you guys are referrals. You know me by referrals. You didn't know me that I do Facebook advertisement company. This is only pillar that I have that is usable. Okay? Yeah. So your chart will tell us this is what we call when you learn, when you go for learning about business, marketing, you will then realize that this is what I call the business funnels. Your front two pillar clash, you do things is very hard to attract. Yeah, okay. So some of you guys are double animal sign, that one is very good. Okay, yes. Mhm. Okay, let me tell you one thing is, this one sell cheap things, this one sell expensive things. The hour pillar is expensive. The year pillar is the cheap, means that the most low cost things you sell. Right? If you do want to do mass market things, it's year pillar very important. You want to do TikTok, you want to do YouTube. Why that your YouTube fail? Why that your TikTok fail? Yeah? Because your pillar have problem. So if you got two pillar clash means that both of these cannot be used. Yeah, traditional ways like that. Yeah, but I'm just telling you that it's like that. If you realize it, it's like that. So you find it very hard. Something in the middle is very hard to pass. Means that you approach the person, they like your products, but somehow they cannot go in and buy expensive things. Yeah? That's mean your middle pillar is clash. Okay, these are all the things I did for case studies. Because I learned Bazi in this way. Yeah, a lot of things, yeah.
Some folk that say he will hear his house, spread.
Clash, yeah, it's very hard to,
Sell expensive, not sell cheap.
yes,
Then
yeah.
what is that?
Sell the middle part. Sell the middle part means that in the middle price, not the expensive price. Okay, yeah, career. So if you're doing for a boss, you go for interview, and then you ask yourself that why every time I want to interview for this job, I cannot get it. It's also because of your pillar of clash. Right? So how do you want to get into the new job? Referrals? Referrals is an important one. You guys know Dan Lok? Dan Lok? How Dan Lok do business?
It's not expensive.
Yes, only expensive collaborations. He also is this two pillar clash, I think. Month and year clash. So whatever he did is, I give you free course. In the end, I sell immediately. Sell is not selling about that. Straight away, go interview, look in your company, what's happening in your company. Can we do things or not? We cannot do things, then just finish. Right? So it's like that.
I think you mentioned here is cheap things, right?
Yeah, it's cheap things, but he is the one clash in the year. Yeah, he actually come out and give free talks. Don't need to sell. Give free things, keep on doing free things. Yeah. Then after that, at the back end of it, straight away go for business. Yeah, business collaborations, business partnership. Yeah, some people are like that. Some people are very lucky. Okay, some people chart are very lucky. I meet some are very good chart. When they do TikToks, they do posting, they always get the first thing, right? Because of their first two pillars is still good. Yeah, so in my class, I actually teach this up. Yeah, because it's very important. You guys, because year things, right? Year thing is you need to know what is actually clashing you, what is actually happening with you, right? So then we have to go a little bit of this later. Okay, let's go back to this. How many time I have right now? Okay, I talk been, yeah. So to use the general stars, this month is the best. So goat belong to July. You take note yourself, yeah? Okay, the general stars, whatever that I tell you just now. Okay, and then you use the golden lock, it's a seasonal combo, means that from 1, 2, 3, you find the key for your career path. Okay, so the snake month is May, horse month is actually June, goat is July. So you take note yourself on that. Okay? Huh?
In
I mean you want to use the golden law. Okay? The stars that you want to use, actually there's a certain month is more dominant. So we think that is this whole year you're gonna be like that, right? Actually, no, certain month is more dominant. So if you want to use certain months, you need to know which month to use. So seasonal combo actually is the snake, horse, and goat. So you got horse. These 3 months is the most dominant month. So if you're thinking about actions and everything, use it on that 3 months. Okay, for horse, yeah. So you just target on that, right? From goat, because you got quite a number of things, right? So I just give you the month that's useful to you. Okay, then later go back, you just take these 3 months as the most important month. Yeah. So the March, July, and also November. This is what we call 3 combo. Okay, 3 combo. This is what we call. So this 3 months is very important for you in all your stars. Yeah? In all of your stars. Okay, the June is also part of a good combo. So you just take note of it. Okay, this is strict applications. You know it to think. Certain months you need to put more actions. That's it. Yeah, if you get monkey. So the seasonal combo intelligent stars. Seasonal combo is this August, September, and October. This 3 months is very good. Right? So the sky horse combo is 1 more month is the May. Okay, the May is for that. So then when you take your things, yeah, these 3 applications, which month you should push harder, which month you should ask your boss for career, which month you should present the things for your boss, it will be that month. Okay, rooster then will be a bit more. I just give you the one that is usable for you guys. Okay, yeah. So rooster seasonal combo is the dragon, which is April. Right? Seasonal combo, which is the April. And then I think the 3 combo will be very important. May, this is January next year, not this year. And then you got September to use it. Yeah. So the dog. Yeah, most likely the 3 combo is very important. Yeah. So then you will get the dog. Dog will be the June, February, June, and then the October. Okay, these 3 very important. Other than that, I don't think you probably want to use it. Okay, yeah. Then you got the pig. Yeah, the pig, then you need to use the February, the tiger, rabbit, goat, and pig. So February, March. You write down yourself, yeah. So it's just a shortcut for you guys. And then this is July, and then this is November. Okay. For you to push or whatever that you're thinking you want to use. Right? For red, I think the best thing that you should have, yeah, I got different ideas of it. The best one is this monkey month for August. So the game changer for red, because you might have issues, the Grand Duke Breaker, then the monkey is very important. Yeah, because this represents Sky Horse. They represent 3 combo to produce water. So the monkey is a very important sectors. Yeah, so somebody write down there as well. For ox, actually December very important. Okay, December is very important. The red is only 1 month, actually is the most dominant one. The ox will be the red, December very important. Right? This one can control a lot of things. And most likely the 3 combo again. Right? So the ox 3 combo is snake, which is the May, September rooster, and then go back to January. Next year, January, not this year. Yeah, that you can utilize your stars. Okay, if you are thinking about creating national treasure, seasonal combo actually is these 3. That's mean November, December, and January. Okay, shortcut, yeah, so that you can actually know that which month you basically can apply. Right, for tiger, I think the tiger, the most important is the seasonal. Yeah, seasonal means that start from March, no, February, March, and April. Yeah, February, March, and April. This one actually is a content from the annual astrology. Right? You guys know about this, right? Yeah. Yeah. So some of you guys know. So rabbit, the 3 combo very important. Okay. So it's March and July and also November. Most likely will activate all the stars. So the things that I tell you, yeah, you can put something in the house as well if feng shui part. Okay, if it's on a feng shui part, you can actually put something in the house as well. Yeah, for dragon, the exit, the 6 combo very important. Dragon, I would take the rooster very important. Okay. Only 1 date for this, 1 particular month is most important month, which is a September month. If you are dragon. Yeah. So you can know that which one is good for you. Yeah. Okay, everyone. Yeah. Then I'm going to talk about this. This one is the thing that we are talking about just now. A little bit of it. Yeah. So depends on where your animal sign landed on. This is a picture you need to take. Yeah, to understand what is happening right now with your life. So whatever that I say about career will be this part. You'll be more dominant of whatever that I say. Because the month represents your career. This represents your skill set. This represents your execution. This represents the environment that you need to go into. Means that in career-wise, this is the part that you actually have to think about what kind of environment support you will be in this part. Okay. If you are thinking about selling, is this, right? Thinking about selling is this. If this thing is red, then probably you only can do very well in the monkey month. Yeah, doing very well with the monkey month. Okay. Yeah, because this is the normal setup we have. It's a very important thing, and you don't look down on this. This one is a very important thing that a lot of people doesn't talk about. This represents in Chiman. Chiman, we got 8 palaces, correct? You guys know, right? Got 8 palaces, right? Yeah. In 8 palaces, they have their specific sector that is good for something and is bad for something. So let's just say, example, your day master, you got hurting officer, you are a female. This relationship palace are supposed to store the spouse energies. Right? So if you got this wealth, it store wealth energy, it will be very good. So if your animal sign, let's just say next year the rooster is here, the rabbit is here, it's super good for wealth. Okay, super good for career, money issues, right? In relationship, if this have the pig, you have pig, you have goat, this one will be very good for you in terms of branding and connections. Okay, branding, connections, personal branding, probably use yourself to talk. You know, some of you guys, your chart, yeah, it's better to show face to do things. Don't send your staff to go for it. It's like this, you know. So people chart like that. Some of you guys have chart like actually need to appear because your chart a lot of connections and pitch blossom. Relationship chart, right? So you build your business based on you going to talk business and have communications with all these people. But once that you rise up, you think that right now I need to delegate. Correct or not? All company are like that, right? So you go up, you delegate, then you suddenly feel why business is not good. Some of your chart are like that. Your face is the business. You don't know about that, yeah? So your face actually need to do that. So you got relationship with the what we call combinations with this pillar. It's always about your face. That's why your face is very important, right? Some of you guys also find it very weird. When you are in the bottom of the how to say, in beginner, like a junior in a company, you are very lucky. Your boss like you, your boss always agree with you, right? Your boss actually give you a lot of works because you are a follower. But once that you go up, because it's weird, you got this chart, your chart probably is what I call killing the boss chart. Yeah. Whoever above you don't know why get into problem, and then they will resign. Okay, they will resign, yeah. So some of your chart like that. So when you raise up, then you find that, hey, why that when I go up, every time I become a manager, I become a senior manager, I always get into some politics. Some people backstab me, all this problem actually appear. So your chart actually have that. Right? So you need to recognize your pattern. Right? So when you move up, then it's a little bad luck. Why? Yeah, especially I got case like that. My friend, when he was working for a company engineering, everything the boss support and everything. Then so one day the boss asked him to, "Hey, you're so good. Why not we become a partner?" Once move up, the boss totally have a flip off with him. So it will be going to that. It's some sort like your energy pattern. It's like that. Yeah. Okay. So this is a very important thing. So if you got this one, I think the best for you in next year is also the goat. Right? If you get the goat, you also get the let's just say snake. It will be a very good thing for you. Right? If you have red in the hour, most likely is the best position for the red. Yeah, if you red in the hour, why? Yeah, it's like this. This is May versus medium regular average, this is small. It's always like that. So if you got problem with these two pillar, it's more dominant. Yeah, but when we read chart, we always ask the person a lot of questions. Does this happen to you now? Does this happen to you? Right? To confirm the situations. Is this the problem? How you self-sabotage yourself, all these things that we're going to ask about a lot of that. Yeah. But most of the time it's this two. So every year you guys listen to a lot of sharing, focus on this pillar, not the other three. You can forget the other three when this year this one is good or this one is bad. Yeah, because this is what we call the chi mouth. Chi mouth of feng shui application. This is chi mouth. This is everything go in. If this thing is being blocked, nothing inside is good. Okay. Yeah. So like my chart, so it's a very difficult type of chart. Yeah. Which that's why I say is a very hard, is a very self-sabotaging. A lot of people look at me, read my chart, they will give me one word, I'm a drug addict. Because my achievement, I'm a black tortoise 7 stars. Yeah, so in achievement, I'm black tortoise 7 stars. So they all say I'm supposed to be a drug addict. Yeah, because I got my background, family broke up, all these things happened, very bad childhood, everything is reflect on the chart. Yeah, so of course I have go into that. I think I'm lucky because I've early stage, I already see people doing drugs. In life, yeah, it's weird. The more that you expose with one bad things, after that you don't feel it bad. It's like this. So a lot of people will say that men have 4 problems. Correct or not? In Chinese, we always say that, right? It's that you smoke, you drink, you gamble, and you play woman. It's always this 4. So I'm lucky because in my early stage of life, this 4, I already seen everything. I'm lucky. If not, yeah, I think my chart really like what they predict. I'm a drug addict. Yeah, because the first 4, this 4, I happened in my early of life. So before I'm 10 years old, I already see all this. Yeah, yeah, play woman. You know how to see it? Because I was being in that environment when I grew up. Yeah, so you can see that, then you say like, oh, after that it's not good. So that's why the Hans Zimmer, the case studies I asked them to do, yeah. Actually, Hans Zimmer chart, the first 6 year, the 6-year luck pillar is the Fan Yin clash to 2 pillar. Then go into the current luck pillar, which is the full Fan Yin clash. Nothing happened because you already experienced it at the first point. Yeah, which is why I tell everybody, don't treat your kids so nice. Let them clash. If they don't clash, you clash them by king. Yeah. It's a big clash. Yeah. So even that you're born, like Hans Zimmer is a very big thing, very, very big thing, because his father dies in that pillar. Yeah. Give a crazy impact that he go into music. Subsequently, he become like this. Yeah. He's now doing the what we call the world tour, which is his own style of orchestra. It's a very interesting way that he's doing things. Huh? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Now, okay, this one. Yeah, this one I don't explain too much. I know some of you guys cannot see it, can see this at the back. Can zoom, right? Yeah. Can you guys do it? Yeah, this is the shortcut. Yeah. So that's is what I'm gonna give you guys, but I promise you guys of this. Yeah, I promise you guys, because some of you guys have been following me. So this will be more sophisticated, right? Okay, first of all, I want you guys to do this for me first. Some of you guys still new. I want you guys to take note of this, just a shortcut of this. I give you this part. This guys, you can take photos of this. Oh, sorry. This is actually the 10 God I talked about in the 2 sessions as well. Right? But I think most of you guys are only care about one thing. These bonus sessions is for you guys to start something. Start business, start project, start collaborations. Who is the staff that you need? Even though they are, very bad to say this, they are not really serving, they are not really helping you, yeah? But their chart can be a good chart for you to support you to do things. Okay, example, like right now, I start the coaching, barter coaching. Every senior that I select in the barter coaching, all of their chart support my useful God. Okay, support my useful God means that if I talk about combinations, they need to produce that element. Right? Example, you need to identify where is this star at and what element that you need. It's a bit sophisticated. You have to talk about this subject. Okay, yeah. So that's mean you need to surround people around you that have this element, right? So how to find this element is very easy. Go back to your the report, this one, the barter plotter. At the bottom part. Okay. You already have the 10 God appear. So the 10 God is personalized to you. So for me, this is my friend star. For you, maybe it's hurting officer, or maybe it's eating God. Everyone will be different. So when you look into your plotter, you will get this part. Yeah. So you will also get the bottom part that you will know this is the animal sign that you should look forward into your friends, your colleague. Okay. You can also use for your spouse. You can also use for your children. Okay. As long as they have a stars that have that particular 10 God you want. As long as they're stars. So normally, let's just say at the bottom part that if you want the direct wealth. Example, you want the direct wealth, then you need to search this in their chart. Okay, search this in their chart. Right? So when you start a business, when you do a project, you need to start together with them. Right? Their energy will support you in that. Yeah. Does it need to sign contract and all this? Yeah. No need. No need. As long as the person stay within the company, stay within you as you are the direct management with them, their energy will support you, even though they are not serving it nicely. They are not doing it nicely, or they are not really fulfilling their job. But that one will change your luck in your company. Okay? Yeah. So not change luck. The energy will support your energy in something. Correct? So if you say you want wealth, then you use wealth. Right? You want this project to have an authority project, then you use the 7KDO. Yeah? Okay? So animal sign is more important than top stamp. Remember that. Animal sign is very important than top stamp. When you do dig selections, top stamp more important than animal sign. Yeah? It's like that, flip part. You use a real person. This is a real person. This is an environment. It's like that. Okay? You do dig selection, the top more important. But if you're thinking that, oh, so sophisticated, don't want to think about it, use the whole pillar. Okay? You do date selection like that, you find a person also like that. Yeah? Yeah? Now, so how are you going to do that is just look into the person chart and try to match. So if you learn parts, you learn high level of parts, you know that the other person will have a combinations. Right? So that's why I say it's sophisticated. Yeah. So let's just say, right, like me, right? Because I need to balance my chart. I need to balance my chart. I need a dragon in my chart to mitigate my clash. I need to find a dragon person. So there's a high level usage. So when you start a company, you get married, the dragon person must come in. For me, lah. So for you, it will be a different perspective. So whether what you want. So in my puzzle of coaching is, all of them is fire combinations. All of them is the fire energy will support my useful god. So my useful god is a thing fire. So if I find a dog and rabbit combined become fire. So it will support my useful god. So this is for you guys who are learning quite some, yeah. I never thought about this. Yeah. So it's actually one of the way to mitigate chart. That's why people conceive babies is doing this.
Fire, are you talking about a master?
No, it's a useful god in my chart. Yes. This means my chart clash. There's one element that balance the entire chart. We call it the useful god.
Why?
That one is a long topic. Yeah, because a lot of calculations need to come in before you have to find that. The most easiest one is because I don't have it in the report. The most easiest way is like this. Find you got other people's plotter, right? Find the lowest element have a percentage, small percentage, the lowest one. Normally that one is the useful god. Okay. Okay, so Tay was saying we find their day chart. Yes. Yeah, we actually find their day chart. Yeah. We can find their month chart, we can find their year chart. Depends on how you want to use their chart. You can use the hour chart if you're doing creations as well. Okay. Yeah. Sorry. Any other questions with this? Okay. Any questions? Yeah, and that was fine to let you know which one the thing got to. Yeah, just everything inside your portal, so you can find it. So from there, you try to pick their chart. Yeah, pick their chart. So you're starting a business, certain management you have to pull them in, right? Then you start that project. Okay, it will push your energy go up. Yeah, so the easiest one or the easiest way is actually. Yeah, so some people in the company, their chart are too synced with each other's, right? They are synced too much with each other's, right? And then they actually go into a connection that's very hard for one party to leave the company. So no matter how bad this person do something, they will lead into a situation that this person cannot leave. So everybody will leave the company because of this one guy, right? But if you look into their chart, you try to compare their chart, then you realize that they've got some sort of connections. that they cannot get out. Yeah, it will go into that sense. So the connections will always be in that way somehow. Okay. Now I don't know how to use this. Yeah. Let's watch a movie. The person teach me yesterday, I think it's this one. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So then we talk a little bit about this, just to have this a little bit about it. Okay, what you should be using. So wealth is always the wealth. So you can say that is all the wealth things. This one is the titles. So if you are thinking about pushing, company brand, you try to push for company brand. Actually, this two is the most dominant one. For your company, you try to push your company brand to up level, another different level. That will be the two part of it. Yeah. Yes, the gyro officer is 7 kilo. It means that you look into the other party, the group that you have. Do they have strong element that can support you or not? Okay, you look into your own chart. Yeah, don't look into how to say, because based on you yourself, your horse is staying fire is IW, is indirect wealth. Okay, look into yourself, right? So you look into this. This is a 10 god. For them, they maybe is not the 10 god. Not this part. Right? So when you're going to plot their chart, you need to recognize, is it I need horse or I need goat? Right? So if you guys don't want this, you got another way. Because this one is very sophisticated. Very difficult part. You don't want this, you can actually use this as well. You got a personal, nobleman, stars, and rabbit. So that one is a very layman that everybody's talking about how to use it. Right? So you can actually use that one as well. Right? Can you do this with your clients as well or not? If you're starting project, no. If they are coming together with you, yes. Right? If you are looking for dates to find noblemen, yes. Okay. Yeah. So these are dates for find clients. Most likely Peach Blossom dates is actually good for video taking. TikToks, video editings and all this. You take a very good days to use on Peach Blossom. Snake and Rabbit days, those nobleman days good as well. So everyone got your personalized one.
And these look for.
Yeah, with this. Yeah. So in what way they can help you? Same, yeah. Looking into their chart is the same way. So if they're year pillar, they help you in finding external clients. In the month pillar, they help you in your career growth. In the day pillar, they help you with your personal branding. With the hour pillar, they help you with your creations, your ideas creations. Okay, yeah. So research their chart and use their chart as a reference. So you combine different people chart together, right? So you want more thing about this? Just a little bit more. There does not have to be starting project actually. You got times of problem. You feel bad luck yourself, right? Sometimes you feel that you are not enough support on something, right? You need some wealth luck. You can find them and have a talk with them. Have a meeting with them, go out, right? And then they will boost your luck because of their chart. Another way to look at it. Okay? Yeah, it doesn't have to be a starting project. So sometimes you're not starting project, then how to use this? It's very hard to use this, right? So looking at the people around you means that their chart support you a lot. Make more friends, have more friendship with them, go out with them more. initially they will start to have a energy with you. Okay, yeah, then you can go deeper, yeah, because this is actually very deep things. You can go deeper and deeper, their interactions with you and stuff like that. Are they the one who slap you all the days? You know, some people chart clash with you, right? You meet them, they slap you, you don't like them, but their chart is good. Correct? So you can go into that way. You got bad habit. Bad habit represented by the stars that you have. Let's just say you got DW, yeah. What is the DW problem? Let's go back. What is a DW problem? He said manage. What is a problem? Manage means control. So actually a lot of people with high DW is called control freak. Okay, it's called control freak, right? So you got control problem, go and find a person that can clash your chart. When you tell the person that I am doing things like this, that person will slap you. Okay, it will tells you that you should not do this and stuff like that, and you will listen. Because of that person energy, change your energies. That's why conversation is very important, right? What the best usage? Because currently in Bazi world, this world right now have too many people. This is something that not being used traditionally. Traditionally is very less of people around you. Population density is very less, right? Whatever they care about is, do you go out meet with animal or not? Correct or not? Do you go out meet with a robbery or not? You go into meet a robbery, you're gonna get killed. You meet a tiger, you get killed. Right? You meet elephant, you also get killed. Correct? Currently is different. So this current world is because too many people, you actually can use them as energies, especially Singapore. Yeah? Singapore got one special function. I call it human energy function. There's too many people in Singapore. The LRT is like, the MRT is like a river, you know. People coming in, go. It's like a river. Actually, I have used MRT as a tapping energy point for quite a few times. Yeah, because they are so dominant, the energy movement so dominant, they become an energy spot. So Singapore actually have that. It's gonna happen around the world. Yeah. So if you go China, China also the same. You go Japan, Japan also the same. Because the populations is too much. So it become a human energy movement. Yeah. So you got this, you got a lot of friends, you like to go out, choose somebody that can help you. So if you learn about a lot of these other things, right? Then you can slowly meet that, oh, this person like that, maybe I can go out with him, change a little bit of me, right? Have a conversations, right? If I'm too difficult to handle, I need to find somebody to clash my chart, or I need to find somebody that have mitigations on my chart. Then it's much more easier. Yeah, so must find a birthday first. Okay. Any questions? Yeah. If you're talking about date selections, then I later show you the date selections because you guys have it. Some of you guys actually have the report, right? Yeah. So this is for educations or for healing. Some people provide healing to you. So direct resource and indirect resource, both of these can provide knowledge and insight. Right? So you want a research team and you are the boss in the research team, you are researching a certain products, look into their chart. Don't use this to find your staff. New workers, don't use Bazi for that. Okay? Because in staff, in workers, you need somebody competent in doing work. Right? They need to come in and replace the work. Right? Their chart, if their chart is bad, it's better. I'm telling you, it's like that. So it's my experience. People give me the chart and then they say that, can I hire this or not? Can I hire that or not? I will tell them, pick the bad chart. It's easier to handle. You pick the good chart, you tell them today you scold them, tomorrow they will not come to work. It's like that. So that's why I say don't pick chart to hire. After hired, they can do certain work. Now only look into their chart. What is their specialties? And then use their chart on their specialties so that they can thrive in a company. Yeah. Don't look for it. This is my personal advice, really. You look at so much of people, then you'll realize, when, oh, this good chart, good chart, good chart, they come in, you scold them a little bit, tell them this is not going to work. Tomorrow they will not come to work. Yeah, because of that, yeah. That's why there's a thing. So when they got bad chart like me, yeah, bad chart, their life experience is bad. Most likely their money also is bad. So they have a lot of considerations before they resign. Okay, yeah, it's like this, yeah. So that's why I'm telling you in that part. So this one is for healing or for informations. If you're doing planning for event, this 4 is very good for event. This 4 is very good for event. Yeah. So you want to make friends. 1, 2, 3, 4. The friend star, rock wealth, eating god, hurting officer. This is all very good for event. Yeah, very good for event. Okay. If you want to do breakthrough for the company, is this 2, not the research team. This 2 is most likely will give you unconventional ideas. Yeah, these 2 will give you unconventional ideas. You come to me because I have a clash chart. I also give you a lot of unconventional ideas because I like that. Okay, so nobody will look into Hans Zimmer chart. Nobody will look into Jeff Dunham chart. Nobody will look into that chart because they feel their success is a bit different. Okay, only me will go that because I like that. I like to see people successful. How they are successful. Especially they use their bad things to become successful. I like that a lot. Yeah, Trump is not a bad chart. Trump is not a bad chart. Trump is an extreme good chart. Yeah, you look into the chart, you know Trump is an extreme good chart. Yeah. Okay. Anything else from this? No, right? So most likely this is the Rockwell things. Most likely you guys, I know it's like this one. Okay, sorry. What is it? Ah,
And then I saw that. Before long, I gave them a lot of listen. We go to listen. Impression is okay. So I've ever encountered incidents like a very good the boss actually engaged people that they are kind of ignore the person. This is the way it is gets up. You know, but he has confidence in you. But now, the person having the game, calling my young,
yeah.
he's got depression issues. And from what I see, boss are not managing. The boss, although he's young, managing. He brought it because not knowing answer much, but he got the risk, and that. Plus, it's a 1 week in I knew it from me personally because it glorified me after I and then the thing was that it hit a toxic element for me was a startup. And then there's a startup that folded.
That's why I tell you, you look in a person, how to say, you look into the staff, you must hire him because of confidence, not because of the job. You can't think cannot work this how you give the new thing first. Right? Don't look at the job. When you look into a good job, you think it's going to be good. Let me give you an example.
There's another side.
Yeah.
You see another side.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you say, you say a bit, the person that,
Yes.
stress.
Yes. You even worse now. It's like he is there, he's not there. Correct. Yeah, that's why I tell you, you find stuff, do not look into chart first. Forget about the chart. Do the normal thing first. Always remember, Panzi, metaphysics is a tool. You're not supposed to treat the tools as your life. And a lot of us who are learning this, you train, oh, this is the whole thing of me. Actually, it's not. The real power is the most important thing.
That's why you find a person, right? You find a person who work for you, you need to know the competency. It's not about the job. Unless you are like me just now telling you you're starting a startup, you need a boost of energy, right? Then no, there's no choice. Keep this guy first. Until new guy coming, okay, can replace faster you can replace.
I think it's about the you everything, because I'm observed my own because it was.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's why I'm telling you. That's why competency is very. I'm having class chart. I also understand that person because last time when I wrote, I saw that. Because I did class chart, always hate the boss one. Yeah. Yeah, it's not the ego, it's this the black chart is means that most of the time in the working environment, the person receives a lot of bad things. People they say green right. So they will fall into that category. Why the person will fall into depression? Yeah. Something happened in their life or something. But when they evoke, right, when they really walk through that, they are the most competent person. They are working very hard. Because they know that it's not everything is entitled to them, not everything was the universe gives to them. Right? So then they will have a different perspective. Everything need to fight. Everything need to go and conquer. Then we get better chart, better person. That's why I say it's competency. It was never about the chart. You do look into the chart. There's a lot of failure I look into the chart. Because whatever I tell you is my experience. I look into people coming from me. And then I try to analyze the chart and tell the boss what is best for the chart. Without willpower, even I explain to you, you will not go into it. Right? So this is why I say the competency very important. After a few months, can work, cannot work, cannot work. Right? So you as a boss, you are doing a boss thing, you're supposed to find a system for the staff. Get a system that nobody, anyone who actually running that can run the system, can work. Right? Then that's it. After that, we slowly look into the chart there. How this person, what this person talent is, develop this person talent, and then we find the greatest asset in the company.
But if you cannot harmonize with the rest of the needs,
Cannot,
they cannot.
we cannot. I tell you all the bad chart person not to play politics when we cannot achieve. We really cannot.
Even for much older person. That's why when we said about this bad chart, it reminds me of that young person. So much so that he capitalized the older colleague was with that longer. He was observing that.
Yeah, and I want to tell you something. Most likely people will go up are like that. It's all bad chart. If you ask me how bad your boss is, then I tell you, open chart and see got bullying punishment. Open up the chart to see got distractions. Most of it higher up are like that. You know why higher up like that? Because only like that can control. If the person not like that at the top cannot control the stuff at the bottom. So if you are too good, your chart too good, you cannot do it. You are a very kind person in the company. You also die. Yeah. Yeah. That's why. Yeah. Yeah, that one is a boss problem already. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's like that. So normally the person at the top are bad chart one. Because only like that they can control people at the bottom. If they're not bad chart, right? They're not a fighting type, they're not bullying type. They're not the one that pass job to another person. How can he delegate? If it's too good, he cannot delegate. Everything need to do by himself, ma. But if he having like ungrateful punishment chart, like bullying part, then you need to start the Tai Chi already. All the job come in Tai Chi you, all the job come in Tai Chi you. It's always like that. Yeah, just like you learn Bazi is that's an interesting part. But I can tell you, if you find work, find people who work, actually bad chart person, the willpower is very strong. They are very controlled, but their willpower very strong. Unless you get somebody that can run, even without you there, they will have their own ideas how to run the things. If you get a combination chart, they will not do it. You always that's why I tell you, probably when you're doing a business right now, you are now facing with strawberry generations, which generations, right? It's a job
the system of the job need to be complete. It was never the personality. Correct or not? Competency is the most important thing. Not if without that, you cannot work. Yeah, no matter how. Yeah. So now we have all these generation things also is another thing to talk about. It's a very big topic now. Okay, have fun with this. Learn a lot of things. Right? I know it's a bit too much, yeah. Some of you guys are quite new with this. So then this is the chart that you guys actually have. Some of you guys have it. Some of you guys who are new with me, you don't know what is this. Yeah. So this is the charting that you have, right? So actually the things will appear on its own as well. Yeah. Then you can pick dates for that. Okay. Pick dates for that. Yeah. Which dates you want to launch? Which dates is benefit from you? Even that, like just now you're saying that oh, you meet a person like that, right? Their bad chart. How do you mitigate? This can help you mitigate. When you sign contract with the person, this will mitigate. Then you have to be very clear how his chart working on, right? So you need to understand that, okay, this person coming in, what is the positions, right? What you want him to do. If you got the clash, got the punishment, how you want to mitigate the chart. So you use a date for him. So that he will sign contract, the person chart, the behavior energy will change a bit. Right? So easiest one is to select what? Select nobleman day for the person. Select what we saw intelligence day for the person. Yeah. Then you ask him, that person, you come in, I want you to sign contract today. Right? So it's your person to look at him, you say, I want it today because I think it's better for today for you to do it. Right? You don't pass to you and ask him go back and sign. Yeah? He can go back and sign. There's another way to look at it. He can go back and sign. But when you submit to the company, you need to use a date. Okay, then you use the date to mitigate the situations. Okay? Yeah? Huh? Yeah, it's gonna be that. I know. That's why I tell you in a company, if you're going to do that, this is the solution of it. That's why in metaphysics, we use this as a solution. Oh, very easy only, ma. Very easy only. You're gonna just raise him into another position. How companies send a letter for the person to increase your salary? Same thing, we can use a salary increase to do it. It's about how you think about, yes, it's about how you think you use the dates. Okay, turn it around. Even that you sign contract, you go for work, you learn metaphysics, what you do? You wait the dates, and then the offer letter come in, you sign, pick a good date only you send to the company. Correct or not? You guys doing that, right? It's a reverse things only. So when the company want to give a positions to a person or want to raise the money, pick a date to do it. Okay, yeah. So the date can actually help you to twist a little bit of the conditions of it. Yeah. Some of you guys are doing real estate and finance advisor. I give you another things. When you want to submit policy, you can also keep on choosing the dates that benefit for you, and you submit the policy. No need to submit on dates that you have. This policy.
How about to get a certain income work on this would be good. Oh, my goodness, that is
Your offer letter is very cheap. The offer letter is very good sample. I think only
and then somebody I come to you, so you should actually start and go away, so
yeah. Actually, there's other
they just start doing that.
but normally contracts are very good things.
Yeah, because they will want to say that how contract start, and I would say that on big time, how did the kids start?
Yes. Unless your contract is offer, if you see the person. Within the agreement, this is money. When you start working, you pass it, then you use a contract to do that. That's the best way to use metaphysics.
Practical usage. What I'm telling you right now is called practical usage. right? So you have it inside your chart. It's whether that you want to use it or not. That depends, okay? Any more? Huh? Where to find this?
Yeah.
Are you in the, some of them get the free report from me. Yeah, but I'm no longer doing this for free. So, yeah, because I already passed back to the programmer. So if you want that, I will talk to the programmer and ask the programmer to send to you. Yeah, yeah, because it's already passed the programmer. Yes, and I'm going to ask you guys to join this. I'm going to share in the group as well, talking about all these date things. This is Zoom, yeah. So you guys register the Google form and I'm going to send the invite of the Zoom call already inside. So I'm going to talk about the whole thing inside the date selections because I haven't talked about this for the group as well. Yeah, so I'm going to talk about that. Not enough time, yeah. So we have to just rent this place for a few hours. So if you guys interested with that, and you can think about what questions you want and what company things that you want. Normally I like to answer questions. Okay, I don't like to talk sharing like this. You give me one questions, I can tell you the whole thing in 1-2 hours. Yeah, I like to do that, yeah, in all sort of different way to do that. Right? Like just now you're asking me about the mental depression things. The person like that, right? Actually, if you are good with that friends, you can suggest the friends to plot a chart, like bar chart like this, from anyone that got the egg mentioned, right? You ask the person, take care your Fu Wei sectors, the identity palace. Okay, yeah, the identity palace will actually increase the confidence of the person and the mindset of the person. Yeah, so in egg mentioned, yeah, that one is the Fu Wei palace. So that palace is very important, right? So if you guys are thinking about contract, PR, you want to get something that change your status of life, that palace is very important. So after you ask the person, if the person tell you, oh, that is my toilet, that is my missing sectors, then you know why this person cannot change. Okay?
Because I'm at this stage of that.
Yeah. That's why I'm telling you. So if you're a good friend with a person, you suggest them that do a little bit mitigations. Yeah. Don't open the toilet so much, the toilet bowl so much. Somebody just teach me that day. Yeah. Don't open the toilet bowl so much. Try to put a stone or plant in the Fu Wei sectors, the toilet sectors. Yeah. It's like that. It's a very simple things, yeah, but it gives a lot of things to people's life. You got mental issues, you're not stable, you're not confident enough. Yeah, you get a lot of things over your head. Yeah, your Fu Wei is the things because Fu Wei sector is the identity palace. Yeah, it's also what we call the intelligent sectors in egg mention. Yeah, so anything with that. So your kids are having a little bit of these things that you don't understand why they think in the wrong way, right? Then you go and check. Is Fu Wei got problem? So if the children doesn't want to work, doesn't want to do things, is not stable enough, not confidence to go out to meet with people, it is also the Fu Wei problem. The Fu Wei have been the most things. And in Singapore house have too much of missing sectors. There's a very obvious things. Yeah, and this missing sector have caused a lot of problem. Yeah, yeah. So you will get to that. You will get into that. Yeah, Fu Wei. So take care of your Fu Wei. Your Fu Wei is very important. If it's cluttered or everything, just make sure that you just clean it off. Yeah, you cannot get job. You cannot do things. Yeah, it's all the Fu Wei. The Fu Wei got problem.
Education. Member of them. And it happens to be having it's the year belongs where the month belongs about the out belongs about and the out belongs is big. So let's say, for example, now you know that it comes to